said.
Thomas Crooks flew a drone, a commercially available drone, over the site, which perhaps could have helped him plan his attack.
A more significant development concerned the shooter's state of mind. Officials told lawmakers there were signs that the gunman, who led a quiet life and worked at a nursing home near his house, might have been struggling with depression. They pointed out some searches on one of his cell phones, revealing that he had looked up major depressive disorder, according to people on the calls, and another briefed on the contents. Over the last few months, the gunman received multiple packages, some marked hazardous material, according to a federal law enforcement memo obtained by the New York Times. After discovering 3 explosive devices connected to him, 1 in his home and 2 in his car parked near the rally, federal officials reviewed his shipping history. Investigators found that 2 improvised explosive devices in his car used a radio-controlled initiation system intended for commercial fireworks demonstrations. Seems like federal law enforcement officials are puzzled and frustrated by the lack of evidence on the gunman's 2 phones. One phone was found by his body on the roof of a warehouse outside the rally's security perimeter, and the other was discovered during a search of his house. FBI officials on the call mentioned that the gunman's search history showed a broad interest in powerful and famous people without any clear ideological or partisan pattern. Besides Trump and Biden, the gunman also searched for FBI Director Christopher A. Wray, Attorney General Merrick B. Garland, and a member of the British royal family, according to 2 officials who spoke anonymously. Wray, who was also on the calls, cautioned that the investigation was still in its early stages. The lack of any political or ideological information at the house Mr. Crooks shared with his parents was notable. A top bureau official told lawmakers, as most people who carry out acts of political violence tend to leave a trail of political views. But all this evidence, like him receiving hazardous materials and pictures of Biden in his computer, means someone is behind this attack. In a bold statement to his donors on Monday, President Joe Biden declared that he is done talking about the debate, urging the Democratic Party to refocus on the real challenge ahead, Donald Trump. With the political landscape increasingly fraught with distractions, Biden emphasized the need for unity and clarity within the party. He urged his supporters to set aside internal squabbles and concentrate on confronting the former president's influence and policies. Biden's call to action reflects a strategic pivot, aiming to galvanize the party as they navigate the complexities of the upcoming election cycle. We need to move forward. Look, we have roughly 40 days till the convention, 120 days till the election. We can't waste any more time being distracted, Biden said in a private call with donors on Monday, according to a recording obtained by Politico. I have one job, and that's to beat Donald Trump. I'm absolutely certain I'm the best person to be able to do that. So we're done talking about the debate. It's time to put Trump in a bullseye, Biden said. President Joe Biden recently delivered a forceful message to hundreds of top Democratic donors and bundlers in the National Finance Committee, underscoring his determination to solidify party unity amid growing internal dissent. This message, part of a broader strategy to address emerging fractures within the Democratic Party, highlights the urgency with which Biden and his allies are responding. Compounding the political intrigue, recent developments suggest potential Democratic involvement in the recent assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. The FBI's ongoing investigation has uncovered links between the shooter and Democratic affiliations, adding complexity and controversy to an already tense political landscape. These revelations have intensified scrutiny on the Democratic Party, sparking debates about ideological extremism and the potential for political violence within mainstream politics. Biden's proactive communication to his supporters and congressional colleagues underscores his commitment to maintaining control and cohesion within the party. Meanwhile, the unfolding investigation into the assassination attempt on Trump raises critical questions about the intersection of political rivalry and security. As these events evolve, the Democratic Party faces significant challenges in navigating internal divisions and addressing the broader implications of these startling developments.
Bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully and without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate.
Several donors who participated in the call described President Biden as forceful and strong. During the meeting, he took 4 questions, one of which focused on his plans for the next debate. In response, Biden outlined his strategy with a succinct and assertive declaration: attack, 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 according to one of the participants on the call. This aggressive stance highlights Biden's determination to confront his opponents head-on and underscores his commitment to a vigorous campaign campaign as he seeks to galvanize support and maintain his leadership position within the Democratic Party. Biden repeated multiple times that he would not be leaving the race. "I'm telling you, I'm not going anywhere, folks. I'm in this to the end, and I'm going to beat Trump. I promise you." He touted the grassroots support he observed during his 10-day cross-country tour following the debate, which took him from Georgia to Wisconsin to Pennsylvania. Throughout the tour, he witnessed enthusiastic backing from local communities, reinforcing his campaign's momentum. Biden also expressed his gratitude to his donors for their unwavering support, acknowledging their crucial role in sustaining his efforts and propelling his campaign forward. "I appreciate you hanging in there with me. I realize you're getting a lot of heat," he said. Instead of airing public concerns about his campaign, Biden argued that the party should focus its ire on Trump. He criticized the former president for having gotten away with doing nothing for the last 10 days except driving around in his golf cart, bragging about scores he doesn't score. Biden emphasized that Democrats needed to concentrate on the real issues at stake, such as what Trump would do to abortion rights, Medicare, Social Security, and prescription drug prices if re-elected. Despite Biden's call to unity and his strategic focus on Trump, lingering concern and frustration persist within the high-dollar donor community about Biden's ability to beat Trump in the upcoming November election. These doubts underscore the challenges Biden faces in reassuring his base and securing the confidence of his most influential supporters. So all these reports and rumors suggest that the attack was really interconnected, and no one can finally guess who was actually behind it. Maybe some upper hands are using people to eliminate Trump, and Kimberly was also their target. Who knows?